Welcome back to the Conversation Hat podcast. This is a podcast where several people have a conversation out of topics chosen randomly from a hat. Sometimes they're funny, sometimes... What's the opposite of funny?
Us.
Oh man.
But they're always from a hat.
That's true. Sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're not, but they are at least always from a hat. And I wrote down the wrong time again. Damn
What
it.
is it?
It's the Conversation Hat.
Conversation
The
hat.
conversation hat.
If you want to see a logo that isn't upside down.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
there's a sticker from that time you met Jeff Rich.
You're all
The
the
time that I
merch.
We got all
interviewed
the
Jeff
merch.
Rich. Didn't just meet him, I interviewed him.
You met him for a purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't know it, but I knew where he was, so I I know when he finishes, I'm just going to run in and...
Hi, I'm interviewing you. Who are you? Exactly.
Shut up.
Don't you worry.
I've got a
Pretty
label
face
that
about
says press bruv, so I'm clearly professional.
Laminated and everything.
Yeah,
That's a pretty good intro, isn't it?
I think so.
So this is a conversation at first because we've actually got two guests on the show, which has never happened before. Our guests today are Dazz and Greg from DidYouKnowGaming, which you may know as YouTube. As YouTube?
Yep.
Yeah, we run all of YouTube.
You guys should talk now because I'm not doing a good job today, so it's your turn.
DidYouKnowGaming is just like a gaming trivia channel. I don't really know how else to describe it, to be honest with
Yeah.
you.
That pretty much sums it up, I think.
Yeah, we talk about video games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you started, was it the VG Resource?
Yeah,
A few years ago, some years ago.
that was, I started the VG Resource, shoot, I can't remember when it was. I think
Some
it was-
time ago.
it was
Before DidYouKnowGaming?
Yeah, it was like 12 years ago now.
Wow.
When I was in school,
Yeah.
and it was pretty successful straight off the bat,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
it just kept growing, and now it's still super popular and just
Yeah.
runs itself.
If listeners
So-
can imagine a time where actually there isn't 20 blogs for every individual sphere of
Yeah.
interest.
Yeah,
like,
back in the day, it was
back
like
then.
that was the only way of getting sprite sheets, and then
Yeah, yeah.
it grew, and that's the only way of getting 3D models from games and textures and sound effects.
Yeah, yeah.
So I've been very lucky in that regard.
And it's that sort of the community you built DidYouKnowGaming off the back of.
Actually, to be honest, what happened was we were running the Surprise Resource, and that grew and grew and grew.
Yeah.
And then Shane used to run the Surprise Resource. He handed it over to me
Mm.
because he wasn't doing a good job. So he basically started DidYouKnowGaming
Yeah.
as like a blog where he posted just trivia on images.
Sure, it was a blog before.
Yeah, and he then spoke to me because I know about advertising and how to generate revenue from websites.
Yeah.
And it just grew from there. We started YouTube and it exploded,
Yeah.
and we just got really lucky. So effectively,
Yeah.
we did two completely independent projects, and they both successfully
Cool.
hit.
That
So-
must be nice.
Yeah, it was. To be honest, though, it's weird because, like, in my head, I don't think, we did the best.
Sure.
It was just we kind of got really lucky and came up with ideas that no one else had come up with
Yeah.
by chance. You
Yeah.
know.
I think time is a factor as well, because again, even... So when did DidYouKnowGaming start? Was that...
I think it was 6 or 7 years
6,
ago
7
now.
years ago. Even like then, there wasn't as much on YouTube as there is
Not
now.
really, no. It was like there was a couple of channels that were kind of trivia
Similar,
based,
yeah.
but it was more like here's my top 10 favorite things about whatever.
Yeah.
Not like
Top
here's
10 Christmas
And like
hats.
the sort
Yeah.
of shake Carls and
Yeah, yeah.
it's like live, show your entire life to everyone all the
Yeah.
time. Which now is obviously super popular.
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
Mm.
But back then I was like YouTube as a content page, it should have some value to it rather
Yeah.
than just here's people that do YouTube, look at them.
Yeah.
It should be watch it and
Yeah.
digest information, and it's so much easier to digest information in video format.
Completely.
Yeah.
And that's why I was really into podcasts at the time as well.
Mm.
And I was just like, why don't we just do like a visual podcast?
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But
I think especially like, I mean, I find that visual information is the best way to ingest and learn things. But I think people who are maybe into games there's probably a crossover with people who find it easier to learn that way.
yeah.
Brilliant. Shall we commence?
Fave type of hat.
Oh boy,
Ooh.
questioning hat.
I don't want to say the conversation hat because
Oh.
then that's just too obvious.
Oh,
It's a pretty nice hat though.
Thank you.
I'm not saying it's a bad hat.
We were complimented.
I mean, at the end of Series 1, the hat sent us to hell.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, that was weird.
Does he sound like a friend?
I'm
though?
never touching this hat again.
kind of puts a downer on the whole relationship.
I've always gone with the flat, a military style
Yeah.
flat top
Mhm.
cap. Although when I was younger, it was the bucket hat. You know, the classic fisherman's hat.
I remember that every day.
Yeah.
He used to do this thing. He would spin it on his finger.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why.
Because I just learned how to do it. So I was like,
it's fun to do.
But it got to the point where his finger had actually worn a hole through the middle of the hat.
Wow.
So it would then sit on his finger.
yeah. I still wore it.
Still, every day.
Just a little bit of hair poking out the top.
Yeah, yeah.
Make
It
it
actually
fancy.
was as well. I don't know why I still wore it. It's weird when you become an adult and you realise how much of a weird kid you were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wearing fur coats in the middle of summer and spinning my hat on my finger. Like, it sounds really dumb.
I think during my early teen years, I was one of those people that wore the beanie hat with flames around the edges.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sweet.
That's because it made you look really hard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have those wristbands with like dice and skulls on them as well?
No.
And the chain with the wallet attached.
I did have the chain. I didn't even have a
I can
wallet.
relate
I
to
just
that.
had the chain attached
Oh, yeah.
from one belt loop to the belt loop, like 2 behind
Sweet.
it.
Purely fashion chain.
Yeah.
I have a story to tell. This was attached to my belt until last week when I got really pissed, fell over in a pub, and now I don't know where that bit is. So my keys, so now my keys are just like in my pocket with a piece of chain on.
I actually have a very similar thing, but it's a piece of string.
I mean, like the actual chain itself is completely erroneous now, but like
There you
it's
go.
got a lock on it, so
I think
can't
just,
really.
I love the fact that just goes to show YouTube money does not always pay off.
Oh boy, if I could
Yeah.
afford a new piece of chain.
It's so expensive nowadays.
All of that metal.
My favourite hat that I own at the moment, I got from Strawberry Fair in Cambridge about 4 or 5 years ago.
Big old hippie fest.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know if you've heard.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
And it's just a pink and black stripy hat that just sort of goes into a point that would hang down pretty much to my arse.
Right.
But it's great because when you're drunk,
Here
you
it
can
comes.
just put your hat on and go, I'm a pixie.
Like whipping people.
And then
with
you can whip people and
Great.
you can wrap it around your neck and it doubles up as a
Oh,
scarf.
that's actually a pretty cool
That's
idea.
smart.
Would you
Yeah.
call it a scat at that point?
Oh,
I would accept that. I believe if you Google scat, something else will turn up.
You
Okay, I'll
safe
bear that in
search,
mind.
man.
Oh, well, I was talking about the
I don't
people
believe
jazz singing.
safe search.
the NES game Scat. I don't know if you guys remember that one.
No, I remember a Beanie Baby called Scat.
Yeah.
Cat that ate its own shit.
Great. Thanks for summing that up there.
No. No. Go back to hats and not feline.
Well, I've,
think on that.
I've always been a fan of the backwards baseball cap
Nice.
as the
Yeah.
sort of Jay and Silent Bob. You know,
Yeah.
I've even got the coat and everything.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
just-
really grew up with
Yeah,
these.
but now unfortunately my hair interferes with that.
Yeah.
I've got the hipster top knot just to be because it makes me look cool.
To be fair, it suits you, so it's like,
Yeah, if it works.
I think anything suits you if you wear it long enough. Doesn't
that's
it?
true.
Yeah,
That's true. People always think, oh, I'll look stupid in this hat. Wear it every day,
Yeah, yeah.
and then you'll look weird without the hat.
Acclimatise people to
That's
how would you
right.
look.
Yeah.
We
Absolutely.
watched a film, I'll never go over it, we watched a film called Tiptoes.
Oh no.
If you've never seen Tiptoes, look it up and
Okay.
watch it. Gary Oldman plays a small person.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's like on his knees and they cut away his legs.
Yeah.
I'm assuming like
But
out of shot, not really like with a hacksaw.
sometimes it's like he's hiding behind a sofa and they just like Photoshop feet onto his knees.
It's really
it's
weird.
really bad.
It's really weird.
like not sensitive towards small people. But it's full of small
Wow.
people
Yeah,
as well.
so it's like the whole movie is about how Matthew McConaughey his whole family are dwarves,
Right.
and he's the only one who is not a dwarf.
Okay.
But Gary Oldman is his twin brother,
Who is a dwarf.
who is a dwarf. But then you think, why? There's also Peter Dinklage,
Right.
you know,
Okay.
Tyrion
Yeah,
Lannister, being a French dwarf. Never explained why he's French. Doesn't seem to matter.
Who's a Marxist, isn't he?
A French
Yeah.
Marxist.
So very odd. You've got to watch it. But
Yeah,
basically,
It's
who's the lead female role?
Kate Beckinsale.
Kate Beckinsale.
Oh
Right.
wow! Speaking of hats,
That's it.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
You've got some
Every
it's the, like
scene.
late '90s, early 2000s outrageous hats.
Yes.
You know, and every scene she changed. Somehow she changes clothes about 4 times a day.
Yeah.
Changes hat even more so.
There's just one bit where she comes along and she's wearing like a nightcap. You know, one of those really
when it was
long,
like 1400s or something, the
Yeah.
like nightgown.
and it just dates it so
Yeah.
badly. And it's like, this is a representation of how hats just show periods of time, you know?
But the good thing about a nightcap is if you get one long enough, you can wrap it around your neck and use it as
Use it
a
as a
scarf.
scarf.
True,
yeah.
If I had a scarf in bed, I would for sure strangle myself, though.
Well, what you get up to in your own time.
I'm worried about that if I'm listening to anything like headphones in bed. I'm worried I'm going to strangle myself with headphones.
I actually have that as well.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's just anything dangly.
I used to
in the
sleep
neck
with
area.
the like earphones in,
Yeah.
and you shouldn't do it. I can tell you that.
Did you get
the
earphones?
cartilage started breaking away in my
Wow.
ears because yeah. So
Holy
don't-
shit.
because
Is
you
that
sleep
like-
on it
You
and
can
it's-
lie on it, right?
Yeah.
I've always wanted to
Shit.
get one of those pillows you can.
Yeah.
I had
Oh,
one of
with
them.
the speakers in.
I had
Yeah.
one of them. It was the best. Like I thought, like okay, so girlfriend can't get to sleep because I'm listening to podcasts or Game Grumps till stupid o'clock in the morning. So pillow, but then I was like, well, it's a speaker, so she's going to be able to hear it.
I remember her complaining because you just went, now the pillow's just talking constantly.
But actually, like you can't really hear it, especially if there's an entire human face in the way of the
Mm.
speaker. But then, like the because it's also a pillow, strangely enough, like the plastic around the jack, the cable is really, really shitty.
Yeah.
So like,
And you're going to rub on
broken.
it. And
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. So like, yeah, I
What's
need
the-
new pillow speaker. Pillow speaker. Pillow speaker. Pillow speaker. We got that, guys.
We've been looking at this. You can get the like bone vibration headphones.
Conducting bone conducting.
And they're not that
headphones.
expensive anymore.
No,
Huh.
And
it's pretty cool.
I want to give them a go. I've never used one, so I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
if they're any good. But
Yeah.
Because I think originally they were like designed for sort of cyclists and stuff, so that
Yeah.
you can hear the music,
the
but you can
traffic.
also hear
Ah.
the cars and what have you.
Yeah.
But they seem pretty
Still
cool.
ignore them.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
It's alright, I do the same when I'm on a bike. I think everyone does it. When you're a pedestrian, you complain about bikes and cars.
Yeah.
When you're a cyclist, you complain about pedestrians and cars. And when you're a car person,
When you're a car.
when you're
a car.
when you're a transformer,
Yeah.
you just complain about the
Dreams
Decepticons.
really do come true.
I saw a car which had both Autobots and what's the other one?
Decepticons. I literally just said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it had like both stickers on the back of the car, and I'm like, that's not gonna. When it starts to go, that's gonna.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a real problem.
Everyone's gonna
a real
realize.
crisis of like.
You're sending me mixed signals.
Yeah, exactly. Do I need to be afraid of you or help you? I don't know. I didn't watch the movie.
Yeah.
You didn't miss out. on a lot.
What's the 80s one?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's got
Leonard Nimoy.
And they randomly change size just all the time.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's just no consistency.
I just love the
whatsoever.
fact the main villain, he transforms into a gun and needs somebody else
That's
to
his
fire.
power.
Yeah.
That's why
It's like,
Megatron is the
yes.
best,
Like,
because
yeah.
he is literally a big gun. So Starscream wields him,
Yeah.
and you
Wait.
think that's a bit.
Can he load himself? What is he? Is it just the shooting? I don't know.
I think he
It's
doesn't
like
need to be loaded.
It's
It's
okay.
just
like energy weapon thing.
yeah.
See, that's smart.
Well,
I guess
Yeah, that's smart. If you get
That's
transformed into a gun.
can you imagine he accidentally transforms and he's just left on the floor? Someone comes in the room like, Megatron, help me!
Well, when he gets sent to the
Left the safety
Galvatron, he upgrades so he's now a gun that no one needs to hold because
Yeah,
he's got
yeah.
little feet.
That's right.
So he's just like a little cannon
He
thing.
flies into Unicron, doesn't he? He
Yeah.
upgrades him. But then, if I remember correctly, he then gets sent back in time and can't remember that he's Megatron, and then overthrows Megatron.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
Transformers is dank.
Is
Yeah.
that?
Deep lore.
Yeah, yeah. Is that the series that had like the hair metal soundtrack?
Yeah, and actually it had Weird Al did a track for it.
Yeah, Dare to be
Really?
Stupid.
Dare to be Stupid, yeah.
Which
Damn.
was the
What?
scene with all the garbage robots that learn to speak through
the
TV.
Junkatrons.
All of them voiced by Eric Idle.
Yeah.
That's my Christmas TV sorted now.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. I
So,
love it.
I love
It's
the sound-
also brilliant if you're on drugs.
yeah.
Oh boy.
Lots
I do
of
love
colours,
drugs.
flashing lights, robot dinosaurs, and
You'll
an awesome
truly believe
soundtrack.
you've got the touch and the power.
Yeah.
Has everyone? Oh, I haven't said a hat. Have
No,
I?
you haven't. Get it together.
I'm sorry. I always thought that berries were not berries, the peaky ones. Are they just called peak caps?
Flat cap.
Flat caps.
Yeah.
Like the
I was-
farmer.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Big fan of them in Norfolk.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I watched a bit too much Peaky Blinders. Like, oh, it'd be really cool to be a miner. No,
What?
Oh yeah.
I want a
It's
hat
really
that
on
can
the
kill
hat.
people.
Get that black lung.
Like
Yeah,
Odd
yeah.
Job.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, or Kung Lao.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
That's a
it
cool
is.
hat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's not even like a cowboy hat, really, is it? Because it's all,
I think it's one of those.
I don't know what they're called, like the super flat ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because cowboy hats peak up.
I think it's some kind of Chinese hat.
Plate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a plate on his
Yeah,
head.
it's just a plate.
Just a plate.
That's his secret.
That's why it hurts when you throw it at people because it's just a plate.
It's just a plate.
Who throws a shoe?
That really hurt. Oh, good old Austin Powers.
Yeah.
Random task.
Random task. That's it. Yeah.
That was such a good movie.
A
Tell it.
falcon is a type of sword which sounds like a bird.
I mean, a falchion.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like a bird.
I read it. It's in quotes, so I was like, okay, so that clearly isn't pronounced the same way as I think it's supposed to be.
Right.
But which weapon animal hybrids would you wield?
Ooh. That's a good one.
That sounds like one of mine. That sounds like one of my 3 a.m.
I mean,
questions.
tiger balm could be used as a weapon anyway.
Oh, a tiger balm, yeah.
I once had it
Jesus.
rubbed in my eyes, and I can tell you that's incredibly painful.
More painful than other balms, or have you not tried other balms?
I can't say I've tried any other balms, but it's like deep heat, right? The
Oh, right, okay.
muscle warming one.
God, it burns.
I think, yeah,
in the eyes,
it really
yeah.
burns.
I remember there was a thing at school, wasn't it? Oh my God, it's really dumb when you think about it. Someone had it. One of our friends, Jake, from back in the day, he
He's
took
the
it
one that
into
rubbed it in
school.
my eyes.
Yeah, and he was just like, "Oh, we should all do it. It'd be really fun."
We did that as well. It was the forehead stuff that you meant to put
Yeah,
on your
yeah.
forehead, and it for some reason stops headaches. But if you put it under your eyes, you just stream
Yeah,
for about
yeah.
half an hour.
Oh yeah, is that like Vicks Vapor Rub kind of?
But on steroids.
Yeah,
Right.
but Bernie.
People used to do stupid stuff at school.
Yeah.
Did you ever do the thing where you got a 2p and just rubbed it on the back of your hand until all the skin went away?
No.
No, I didn't.
no.
I didn't
We-
self-harm that much.
We did used to do one where you put the two tables together and then rub a pencil between them in the gap, and it heats up the lead.
Yeah.
and
I
then
did
you
that
just
one.
press it into people.
We just
Yeah.
used to do that with lighters.
Yeah.
And then give a smiley
Smiley.
face.
Oh,
smiley
yeah,
face.
smiley face.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I've got a couple of friends with pretty decent scars from smileys.
Yeah.
Would not recommend.
No. Also, don't have gas tap fights when your teacher's back's turned in the chemistry lab.
Right.
I forgot about.
It's just a good
I forgot
idea.
about those little
Yeah.
things.
The gas.
The little things you
bumps
twist and
and
turn, right? Yeah.
It's all funny until someone sets on fire.
Sure.
And then the teacher turns around and it just looks like everyone's beating someone up. Like, no, we're putting them out.
Obviously.
I mean, no, we're just beating them up. That's easier. That's
Putting out the fire, putting them out of their misery.
both.
First one, then the other.
Yeah.
Whittling away the flames of youth.
I set myself.
I can't
on
think of
fire.
any other.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
think
that's
of any
what
other
animal
animals.
weapons. That's what we were talking about. I don't know. A gun that shoots tigers, that would be pretty strong.
Oh my God, there was
That'd be a massive gun.
Megatron.
There was a piece of gaming trivia. Now that I remember,
Oh, boy.
it was Crisis Warhead or whatever it was called, where if you pirated it, your gun wouldn't shoot bullets; it would just shoot chickens. And so you could play it and just fire chickens everywhere, which wouldn't hurt anyone, but the enemies fired chickens as well. And there's like a rocket launcher that fires a chicken really far. And I was just like, this is better than the full game.
Yeah.
Because fucking around with chickens is way more fun.
Unless you're playing a Zelda game.
I was going to say.
Then it's
Yeah.
just dangerous.
I have so many follow-up questions. Do the chickens despawn after a while?
I think so. I don't really remember. But even grenades, you throw them and they just explode into giant piles of chickens.
I want to crash the game with chickens.
It's not
Well,
hard
like-
to crash Crisis.
Yeah, but with chickens.
It's like the melon hack on Skyrim, where you just fill the room with melons
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just try to get out. I think a dinosaur.
Ah, that's a good
Yeah.
one.
Like a smart guy
A
sometimes.
dinosaur. That,
Yeah.
yeah.
A dinosaur.
Dinosaur also useful.
Well,
I'm just.
You've
thanks
got
for
one-
riding on my coattails.
Sure, one in each hand, really. I think you got best of both worlds.
Yeah. Dinosaur.
Then
One
you
for
can do
killing, one for
Minecraft.
DIY.
Yeah, exactly.
What makes it a dinosaur then?
Well, I'm trying to think if it would just be like
Just
a
have
black and
tiny
decker
arms.
with like little dinosaur teeth,
Yeah.
or if it would just be like what's the ones
Like
with
something
all
out
the
of-
ridges on its back? Stegosaurus,
Stegosaurus, yeah.
and it just with a handle.
Oh, so that sounds like something out of the Flintstones, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, maybe it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Maybe there is one. In
Well, we've got the record player that's a bird.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a living, or whatever it
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, just like a Stegosaurus with a handle, so you can just do.
Yeah.
It's not a size down.
For some
Oh,
reason,
full
It's just
size.
a full-size
Full-size
Stegosaurus
one.
with a person-sized handle.
For some reason, all I can think of. Did you ever watch? There was an anime back in the '90s called Flint the Time Detective.
Oh yeah.
no.
Where his was it his
Intrigue.
dad or
I
his
think
granddad?
his dad.
His dad
Is it-
turns into
yeah.
a giant hammer,
Yeah.
and he just
It's got nothing to do with time or detection. I
Yeah,
think.
well, they travel through time and rescue animals or something
It's
ridiculous
basically
like that.
the sort of Pokemon. It's like a clone.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, we have to travel through time and stop not Team Rocket from capturing the not Pokemon.
And turning
they
them
all have
evil.
different powers.
Yeah.
And then the episodes end the same way every time. There's one called Get Along. Good classic.
I wonder what's going to happen.
What power does that one have? Yeah, and then every time, so they're like, oh no, and then it goes, let's all get along, and then everybody gets along. And that's the end. And that's pretty much, and then they take it away. So, okay.
How much effort went into that episode, do you reckon?
I mean, to be honest, that show did not have high production values. I was more into Metabots, because Metabots was the
yeah,
bomb.
that's awesome. It's another show about robots.
Yeah.
Can't get enough of that.
So, Stegosaur.
Dinosaur.
Right. So, if it's a weapon, how do you wield that against a person, though?
Well, you've
'Cause
got a
that's gonna be
fucking
way better.
dinosaur with you. No one's going to really.
No one's going to
Yeah,
fuck
but
with
You
you.
don't.
But it's,
Yeah.
it's massive, so like people like run away.
Exactly. So you don't need. It's a very peaceful
It's a
weapon.
peacekeeping weapon.
Yeah.
You are smart.
Thanks.
Do you still have to feed it, or will it just?
Yeah,
Otherwise
but
you'll be dragging
but
around
it's
a
a
dead
herbivore, so
Stegosaurus.
it could like keep your garden tidy.
That's true. It doubles up as a mower.
Yeah.
You can make a little living on the side.
Yeah.
Of a peacekeeper as being an arborist.
Yeah.
Genius.
Yeah,
Eat
whatever.
trees.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one. It's
Well,
a
you
tree
want-
surgeon as
you
well
want
as
to-
a.
Yeah, it can eat the leaves while you cut it down.
Yeah. There you go.
Smart.
Cut down the tree and then he eats it.
This is really good idea, man. I think you should go on Dragon's Den.
I will need to speak to
Spare no expense.
the ghost of Richard Attenborough.
I was going to say, yeah.
So go, where did you put that stick with the little bug in it with the sap? I need to start
I need
Jurassic
that.
Park
Yeah.
before I can start making a small living off of being a
Genetically
dinosaur.
modifying the dinosaurs
Yeah.
to work as tools.
Yeah, that's what has to happen.
God, that new movie was terrible, wasn't it?
What was it? Jurassic World?
Jurassic
The one with
that's
Chris
pretty
Pratt.
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it was
Yeah.
pretty bad. Why would you give the dinosaur camouflage if you're trying to show off a
I was
dinosaur?
about to say it's pretty cool, but it's in a zoo.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly,
having
yeah.
here's our invisible moose.
I suppose because the guy's
Have
supposed
a
to be
look,
like,
there's
sure.
that
That's a
weird-
good plan. Just make a zoo of invisible animals.
That's great.
Right. With the money I'm going to
Number
make
one.
from the Stegosaurus,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to open up an invisible zoo.
Wait, is the whole zoo invisible? How will you know where the fences are?
It's more a state of mind.
Oh, I see.
It's conceptual zoo.
You just sit in a room with your eyes closed.
People just
Welcome to my zoo.
People just give me money.
Okay.
That sounds like a good
And-
business plan.
yeah.
It's better than my business plan, to be honest.
What,
Is
you're
it-
giving people money?
For invisible zoos.
Wait, hang on. You're right. How do I make money?
I'll tell you for a $5.
Interesting.
Deal. Animal weapon. Ceramic pigeon.
They all,
Well,
they already have
clay
clay
pigeons?
You can have a claymore pigeon.
they're not really weapons, though. They're
Well, you could
designed
fire
to
them
be
out
shot.
of their thing.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
true.
all-
If you just throw it.
Yeah, God, if you aimed that at someone, it would mess them up.
Yeah,
wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
Jesus.
Exactly.
That's actually a weapon when you really think about it.
That's why they shoot them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To make
you
sure.
gotta get rid of them quick.
Is that AI from the future?
Have exploding ones and it's a claymore chicken.
Ooh.
Claymore pigeon.
Claymore
Damn it, we're
pigeon.
talking about chickens again.
See, when you said claymore, I imagined just like a big old sword, but also a pigeon.
Also
Oh.
very dangerous.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
claymore pigeon.
Not if you cover it in feathers.
I mean,
It's a
if there's a
fantasy-
sword
Still
underneath.
pretty sharp, I'd imagine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That sounds like something out of Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
A feathery sword.
Just a bit of DLC.
Yeah.
You've got Yoda and then feathery
Feather
sword.
claymore.
That you launch it out of a machine.
It just explodes into
Yeah.
chickens.
Trying to use a
Why
sword.
not?
Use a sword as a projectile, but you throw it that way, so it doesn't do anything.
Just cut your hands lost. Ow!
Yeah.
The wrong sword.
Careful,
Have
I'll
my
bleed
glass.
on you.
Wow,
Good animals.
good animal weapons.
That's a tough question, though, to be fair.
That is.
I can
It's
come up
pretty
with
good.
like 4 or 5
You've got a good-
answers.
Yeah, I'm impressed that we've got an any. To be honest, is a fucking falchion. That's stupid. I'm saying that to you, but it was I put it in there.
Yeah, don't blame me for your stupidity.
Oh,
It does sound like the word falcon.
it does.
It does. Yeah.
I suppose Desert Eagle.
Oh yeah.
That's already a gun.
Yeah.
Right.
It's got nothing to do with eagles, as far as I can tell.
Actually, there must be a bunch of weapons that are just named after animals.
Black
'cause-
Hawk.
Black Hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not really a weapon. It's much as
Yeah.
a helicopter.
Helicopter, but it's a weapon.
Yeah,
Loads of
helicopters
the
can have
planes.
guns.
Do they have guns on
Harrier.
Black Hawk?
Is it a harrier is a bird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't that? I was thinking of carrot.
You were thinking of a Harrier
Carrier.
pigeon. That's the thing that's
A harrier pigeon.
just notes.
Gives you a note and it bombs your house.
Warning: bombing imminent.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think it was in World War II. They trained. I can't remember what side. Someone trained dogs to go under enemy tanks,
Sounds
but they'd
like the
have
Nazis.
bombs on them.
Yeah.
So
Oh
they'd
my
go under the
God.
tank. So they trained them with food
Mm.
to think, oh, there's a tank over there. I'll go get the food. Then put a bomb on it, and they're thinking, oh, it'll run over to the enemy tank and blow up underneath it.
Right.
But they'd been teaching it with their tanks.
Oh.
So they release these
What a
dogs and they just go,
disaster.
turn on food over there, and everyone
That's
explodes.
hilarious. They did that with dolphins as well, didn't they?
Yeah.
2 bomb submarines.
Yeah.
I was going to say, how to get the
Weaponised
dolphins on
dolphins.
the land.
Just chuck
To go under tanks.
It's not like
Moving. What is this?
it's like that episode of The Simpsons where they just
Oh,
wang
that's
around
yeah,
and make
yeah.
everyone live in the sea.
I love that
The
episode.
best.
That's one of the
So
best
good.
ones.
Yeah.
If Wolfenstein has taught me anything, it's that Nazis do mean things to dogs. So yeah, I can believe that.
And the Nazi dogs do mean things to us. They
Yeah,
make
especially
me,
when
they
I
make me
don't know
jump.
they're
It's just,
Yeah.
oh my god, what the fuck is that? Ah!
That killed me more times in that game than anything else.
Yeah,
The dogs.
completely.
Oh,
Yeah.
giant robots. No, dogs.
Fine, yeah.
Dog stuff.
Oh, do you remember Red Alert had dogs in it?
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was the
yeah.
best.
Ah, what a game. Actually, Red Alert 3 has the dolphins as well.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Land dolphins or
No, unfortunately not. Sky dolphins.
Just dolphins in
Yeah.
tanks on wheels. Like just water tanks.
Hang on, we're talking about weaponized animals, and we spoke
Yes.
about Austin Powers. How have we not
I was
got
gonna
to
say,
sharks
yeah,
with laser beams on
Sharks
that?
with
Yeah.
Or was it
Or
ill-tempered
ill-tempered mutated sea bass.
Yeah. Marmots. Oh dear.
you could
Good.
weaponize honey badgers from Far Cry.
But honey badgers are mental anyway. They rip your testicles off.
Yeah, so you'd have to put in like no work.
How do they know to go for the testicles?
Well, it's just
Can they
like
smell
it's
the
just like
balls?
I think the way
It's
they
bad for it.
the way they attack things is they sort of like go up on their back legs and swipe with their front ones.
Yeah.
But the size they are and the average human,
Oh, I get
Yeah.
it.
it's just if you're standing there, your junk is going to get messed up by a honey badger. Not if you're like standing in Tesco's or
Yeah, I was
Waitrose or
gonna
something like that.
That's
But
never
if
happened
you're-
before.
If you're in
but-
the honey badger emporium,
Territory.
then you know.
Stay away from their
Wear a cup.
warren.
Is it a warren?
Is it a warren?
I don't know.
Badger hole.
Hole.
Stay
Yeah, we'll
away
go
from
with
their
hole.
hole.
Stay away from badgers' holes.
Yeah. Well, you might
Otherwise,
lose
you
your
might
balls.
lose.
That's advice for life there.
Wow.
Or
It's
they'll
a
rip
honey-
your junk off.
If it's a honey badger, wouldn't it be a badger hive?
They don't make the honey.
No, they just really
I'm
like it.
pretty sure they make the honey.
But do they have anything to do with honey?
They eat honey.
Oh, right.
Do they?
That's about it, I think.
I've never seen a badger eat honey.
I've never seen
Ah,
a
but
badger.
have you seen a honey?
Yeah, that's fair.
No, they eat mashed potato. That's a different badger.
It took me so long to realise his name is Bodger because he does bodge jobs of things.
Oh crap!
What?
Yeah.
Revelations.
What?
Bodger and Badger.
No.
And Mousy was called Mousy because she's a mouse.
What was it I found out the other day that blew my mind? I think it was Robotnik.
Oh, yeah, Kinterbor.
Kinterbor is
Yeah,
Robotnik backwards. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And,
Ivo Robotnik, and he was
Ivo Kinterbor.
yeah,
Yeah.
Evie Kinterbor or something.
Yeah, and then it was something, an
He-
experiment.
Yeah, no, yeah, he had an experiment, but there was a rotten egg in the fridge.
Yeah, yeah.
So he turned into Robotnik.
It's like The Fly, but a bit less.
but with an
But
egg.
not as
Yeah, but with an egg.
but with a sell by date egg issue.
Yeah. And no Jeff Goldblum, so you automatically lose 5 points.
I think Jeff Goldblum is Robotnik.
It would only be improved.
Yeah.
Let's make this happen.
Yeah, I'll just ring Jeff up, shall I?
Yeah.
Hashtag Goldbotnik.
Eggs find a way.
Well, there was the other one, the meme of Robotnik with pingers or whatever. I didn't know that pinger is penis in Spanish.
Yep.
What?
Who knew? Like Pingu's sister is called Pinga.
Oh my god.
And
So
apparently-
Pingu's sister is literally just called penis.
Yeah. Which is it's a whole different
Didn't
dynamic
know
to the
that
show. Pingu had to find his Pinga.
He lost Pinga one day when he turned around.
Pingu wonders if he has knees.
Does he have knees? I suppose they're under his...
Penguins have knees.
Wait, no, because he's just got
No.
little flappy feet. He just
Yeah.
has body.
Yeah, but it's because they lift up their...
Oh yeah,
when
of
they
course,
sit
yeah.
on the eggs.
Yeah, you see it,
And that's when you see their
upstairs,
fingers.
They've got to like hoist
Yeah.
themselves to go up the stairs. Otherwise, they
They trip on their skirt.
Just like dump straight forward into the stairs.
Which is always funny YouTube video.
I don't think I've ever seen a penguin walk upstairs.
Well, they sort of just jump. They
I've
do
got a
little-
suit
oh,
for
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Is it invisible?
Invisible stairs as well. Yeah,
Oh,
everything's
yeah.
invisible. You're
Yeah.
actually just outside. Would you rather have wings that could only lift you 1 meter off the floor, or legs that meant you could jump 10 meters up?
Is that it?
But only once per 24 hours. I think it says once.
oh.
That looks like it says once.
Yes,
right?
that's once.
Well, I think first of all we need to establish what the wings look like, because that's a
Yeah,
big
Oh,
okay.
they
factor
could
for
be
me.
very cumbersome.
Because if they're like bee wings, and it's like, it would be like you'd be a horrible insect man, and that would be
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Well,
thought
if
you
they
meant-
were just
or like
wings,
actual size.
I was going to say not scaled to human.
if
Just
they,
make
yeah,
it-
if
just
they
make
were
it
actual
zero.
size, that'd be okay. But they might be fragile, so you could just rip them off in the
Oh
shower.
man, yeah, that would suck to actually have.
If
Yeah.
you ever caught piercing by accident, imagine ripping your wings off.
Yeah.
You know, I never thought about that. Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts, right? He obviously has to wash the wing. That
He's
must
got
be
one as
Must
well.
be a pain in the ass to reach and
How does
wash
he
it.
sleep as well? Does it like roll over in the night? He's like, oh,
Yeah, just on one
oh,
side.
so I slept on my wing funny. Hanging up.
It's just all bent, going, like when you sleep on your hair and it just goes mental.
Yeah.
I'm having a bad wing day.
Have you ever slept on your beard? That hurts.
Yeah.
It does.
It's,
bends
it's
it
all
out of
pulled
place.
the wrong
The
way.
next day, as soon as you scratch, you just go,
Yeah.
what the... Liam doesn't get this problem.
I had a goatee for like a full year and it was the stupidest thing I've ever done.
I don't think I've been clean shaven since I started growing a beard.
I haven't. I'm scared of what's under there.
Yeah.
I've been clean shaven once in the last 3 years, and that's when I went to America and I forgot my clippers, so I had
Right.
Oh,
I had to
no.
wear. But it was with a lady shave as well, and I didn't have any shaving
So it's
foam,
like
so it was just
silky
sort of
smooth.
just scraping. It would have been silky smooth apart from all the cuts in
Oh,
my
shit.
face.
Wow.
It hurt.
I can imagine.
I think I would go for the legs though.
Yeah,
It's more
once every
useful.
24
But-
hours.
But what would you do? See now,
1 meter high.
Because you basically just hover a meter off the floor.
see now, my
Handy
thinking is
playing the floor as well.
how often.
Sure.
That's what I was going with.
Which
Yeah,
I
don't
do
need to-
often.
I don't
so-
need to jump 10 meters up
often.
or straight up very often,
Yeah.
but I do play the floor is lava quite a bit.
Yeah.
Also, would they?
And it would be good in gentlemen's toilets.
if you can
True.
jump
No one
that
wants to
high,
touch that.
can you land from that height without the pain?
I would assume
'Cause-
so. Yeah, if you
Yeah.
Because the legs would be able to
Right.
take the
Yeah,
impact.
okay.
Yeah,
Because
I
that
would
would be a
imagine
For the
concern.
sake of
yeah.
it.
Yeah. This is great.
Yeah.
But imagine
Shit.
like you're like, oh, I need to go up the stairs. Nope.
Actually,
Yeah.
to be fair, I've had a dream, like a consistent dream about this, where
Okay.
I'm just sort of like going down the street and you jump a little bit, and I just keep jumping.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you get higher and higher.
Yeah, and you just
then,
go, whoa!
Yeah, and then eventually
like
you go,
Spider-Man
oh
run.
fuck, I'm gonna die. Why did I start jumping?
Never stop.
No, I've had the exact same dream.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it's one of those.
I knew what my
weird
neighbourhood
recurring ones.
looked like before Google Earth was invented.
I think I'd go with the wings.
I'd go with the
If
wings
they
because you
look
could
cool.
do it indefinitely.
Yeah,
I suppose so.
and then you can just like avoid traffic.
I think I
But
would.
it would-
1 meter high.
Yeah, that's like the height of a car, right?
No.
Well, okay, you just,
No.
You just glance off the body.
it's like
Yeah.
there, right? I suppose that's not the height of a car, is
No.
it?
No.
You
it's
just
not.
go straight into the windshield
Well,
like
you
an
just
insect.
hold your legs up or whatever.
like tuck and roll.
Yeah.
But
You just do a barrel roll.
I suppose because you would never fall over. Well, you would, but you wouldn't ever like hurt yourself.
God, flying when
Especially
you're
because
drunk.
you could also lie down and fly.
Yeah.
True.
So you could have a nap anywhere, really.
But you'd
You'd
still
still have to-
expend energy. So
Yeah.
would that be more energy than just like walking?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Didn't think about the efforts.
Because if it was no expended energy, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
You could just be like, right, I'm going to
Fly
France.
over to France, yeah.
I'm gonna sleep my way to France.
Yeah, just get the train to Dover.
I hope those waves don't go higher than 1 meter.
Oh yeah, because if it's just 1 meter, if it's just 1 meter off of like dirt or rock, then you'd still have. It didn't count over
Is it
water.
from
You just
sea
end up
level?
in the sea.
I guess it would have to be sea level. No.
But if it was sea level, you'd go some places in the world and you'd just be dragging. You just plummet through to the floor.
I guess the science behind the wings doesn't make sense, so I'll go with the legs. That makes more scientific sense.
I would want to go. I'd want to go for the wings.
You only have to do it once a day
But-
with the legs, aren't you?
If they were like wings like from Jack 3,
Yeah.
where I could like turn them on and off, because otherwise you'd have to modify a lot of your clothes.
Oh yeah.
Or
yeah,
I'd
yeah.
have to go to the gym and get rid of my beer belly and just go around topless and cold an awful lot of the time.
the Angel from X-Men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Was it Angel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Archangel.
Yeah.
Well, he became Archangel when he
Yeah.
gets the metal wings, which makes him way cooler.
See, I was thinking like, I think if I had the jumping one, because you can only do it once every 24 hours, I'd get like a really annoying habit of like doing my one jump at like 8 in the morning for some really
jump
trivial
out of
reason.
bed.
Yeah, it's like crash through the roof into my garden. Oh, I guess I go back to bed now. And then like there will actually be some really important reason they need to jump and save a cat out of a tree. Or,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Can you wait an hour?
You don't want to spaff your one jump.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And then I think I just get too pissed at myself for like jumping too
Squandering
early.
your jumps.
Yeah, squandering my magical 24-hour jump.
And you could also, you like sort of regret wasting it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
one day you don't need to use it.
Thing is,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could just like, you could bet people. You could,
I bet I can jump onto that house.
yeah, and they'd be like, no way.
And you go, wait,
£500.
now I can't get down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Can you come back in 24
Well, I suppose
hours?
if you can land from the jump, you could just.
Oh, yeah.
That would be amazing then, because you could just fall from any height. Oh well, 10 meters.
10 meters down.
But
That's
that's
still
pretty
pretty
high.
high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't really worry about falling out of any windows, because I have that fear all the time.
Yeah.
Yes. I feel walking over bridges like I could just die.
What if like 3 of us picked the jumping thing and 1 of us picked the flying thing? So like the flying person would hold on to one of the jumping people, who'd hold on to one of the jumping people, who'd hold on to one of the jumping people. The first jumper jumps, second jumper jumps just at the apex, third jumper jumps just then,
The science
and
here
then the
doesn't make
flying
sense,
person
though.
starts.
Yeah.
So you could be 31 meters above from where you started flying.
But
So we could all just
this
go
bugged me
around.
about Final Fantasy Advent Children, and I've never gotten over it, and it ruins the whole movie. Where I think Cloud like jumps really bloody high, and everyone throws him up into the
Yeah,
air.
yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
It's not how physics works.
Also, if our
But
knees
then-
can only like land us from 10 meters, we're all going to cripple ourselves on landing.
That's
I
true.
would glide you down gently.
This
Oh,
says
can you,
nothing
like,
about
hover
gliding.
with
It
the
says
wings?
nothing
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
hovering. It just says fly a meter up. So like we could start plummeting. We've got like what 30 meters to go, and then like at the last meter we just sort of smooth off and then glide away.
So everyone would have to tuck their legs up and just
Yeah.
fetal positions.
You'd also have to be bloody strong.
True. Yeah.
It's
right.
you that's got the wings.
I want the wings,
Okay.
but ones
That's
ones that I don't have to change.
Just
my
don't be
clothes
killing
from.
me with your wings.
All right.
Okay. Are they little bee wings?
No, I want like the ones that just sort of like mind wings.
Mind wings.
So they're like
like
like-
Tyrael from Diablo 2. That's the coolest kind of
Yeah.
wings.
Yeah, those
It's got
cool
those
wings,
like
man.
shiny
Sure.
tendril wings.
Yeah,
they're
don't-
super cool.
Don't really look like they would work as wings, but
No, hey,
Yeah,
I've seen
those
him.
ones.
I mean,
Kinda
he just sort
glide.
of hovers, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He doesn't
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, he's the coolest
Doesn't use
person.
it.
oh, Raziel from fucking
Oh yeah,
Legacy of Kain.
wears his wings like a cape
Yeah,
because they're so ratty. He actually has to hold them to float. It's like, oh,
yeah.
Poor guy.
What is it? He wears
Just
them as
flying
like
with his arms.
he wears them as a scarf because he's lost his chin.
I think the scarf is actually a different.
Oh, is it?
I always
Yeah.
thought it was his wings, but it's not.
Yeah,
Instead, he's got like, it looks like a cloak, but it's his ratty wings.
yeah. Because I just remember that there's like a bit where he throws them behind him or something
Mm.
ridiculous because Kain smashed. Oh, this is all stupid. Legacy
It's amazing.
Legacy of Kain's great, but no
Yeah.
one's ever played it.
That's true.
I think I accidentally. I bought it second hand and it was. I was going to say really Spanish, but just it was
Just really Spanish.
You
It
just
was
buy the
so
Spanish.
Spanish. Yeah, I guess so. I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah,
I think the story doesn't make that much sense in
Yeah.
the first place, to be honest.
I had a French version of Tomb Raider 3, and I got stuck at the tutorial because I didn't know what to do, man. Such a mistake.
How do I get off the quad bike?
Le quad bike.
Le quad bike, yeah.
It was the revolution finale.
Push X to exit liquid bike. I don't know what you mean!
Stupid language.
I don't speak French.
He actually can't read.
It's just pictures. This is interesting considering that everyone here sort of does social media.
Oh boy.
Okay.
So most irritating social media trends.
Ooh.
I am annoyed with myself here because I get annoyed when people post pictures of food on Instagram
Yeah,
and then hashtag the shit out of it.
Excessive hashtagging.
But
So annoying.
because I do food challenges and stuff for Ben Eats on Stabbed Panda TV.
There'll be links, man.
For Ben Eats on Stabbed Panda TV on YouTube.
Nice plug.
I sort of have to take pictures of the food that I'm going to eat and shamelessly hashtag it.
Yeah, but you don't got to be like, check out this burger, #blessed.
Literally.
No.
Yeah.
Stuff like hashtag blessed, because you've got socks on.
Hashtag I love my cat.
I always try to end with hashtag I hate the fact I have to do this.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
is this my job?
#blessed.
My food has a face. Why?
Yeah. Okay.
But it's like hashtag lettuce, hashtag tomato, hashtag mayonnaise, hashtag eggs, hashtag oil. Don't hashtag every
All of the
single
ingredients.
aspect.
Yeah.
And then so if it's got eggs, you can hashtag chicken as well.
Yeah,
And then you can also have egg
Feathers.
burger.
Which came first?
The egg.
Oh, actually, that reminded me of Paul Simon did a song, the Mother and Child Reunion. It's an absolutely amazing track, really lovely. It's about a chicken and egg sandwich.
Nice.
I was once very hungover and I had some like fried chicken left over from the last night. It wasn't enough to fill me up. So when I was making an omelette and tear the chicken up, and halfway through what I was doing, I realised what I had just done.
Yeah.
I am now just soaking mother in child and frying it, and it looks too tasty, but I don't. What have I
It's
done?
the most metal meal you'll ever
It was it was really nice, but no. Corpse and fetus as one. It was tasty.
Yeah, I hate excessive tagging, but I do exactly the same thing.
It's kind of part of it, though, isn't
Yeah.
I literally never use hashtags because
No.
they just annoy me too much.
Yeah, fair
I just
enough.
can't do it.
it? You don't really need to use them on Twitter anymore because you can literally just search for the words.
I've always
Yeah.
found that I quite like the way I used to do this on Twitter before like they upped the character limit to just be ridiculous. Like, you can actually post essays now. It's
Yeah.
I used to just try and put like tags like in the middle of sentences. So
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
new
each
video on
words.
hashtag
Yeah.
YouTube, for example, like, because then it just doesn't read like. This is my point. This is me wanting attention.
Yeah.
It just I like that.
I've got a quite good one for it.
Go
Actually,
on.
the social media hates. It's hard to explain, but I really hate the division of people and how people go, well, I don't agree with this one thing someone said.
Right.
Everything they say is invalidated.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah,
massive problem we have in social media where
Yeah.
you don't watch anything from a certain person because they disagree with you about
One thing.
plants.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. You know, it's just dumb.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
And I understand it completely, especially with politics.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
I think it's because people are less relatable through the internet.
Yeah.
You know, like if you actually sat and had a conversation with them, it probably wouldn't escalate in the same way.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like
You're not going to antagonise them.
you're so wrong,
Yeah.
and I know why or whatever.
Yeah.
There's a certain anonymity online. Check me out using words.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
That
That had
just means
at
you
least three
can be
syllables.
a dick to someone
Yeah,
in a
exactly.
horrible way
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you would never say to anyone else face to face or in any other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can just because you don't have the.
Well, they're not going to punch you. If you
You
say
also,
what you
yeah.
want.
the reality is you have no idea who's writing it.
Yeah.
They could be incredibly smart or incredibly stupid.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
And you can also, because you're on the internet, just instantly Google and find any statistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Bing any statistic. Probably not Bing though.
Or ask Jeeves.
Ask Jeeves all the way. Yahooligans.
Yeah, you can just like search for any statistic that will just back up your point, even if the statistic
Yeah.
is completely fallible.
You don't
Just take
need
it out
to
of
actually.
context.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't verify the information anyway
Yeah.
because there's so much fake information out there.
Yeah.
It's all
No,
just.
it's not just like people doing. It's not just like Britain First and people who do this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I read. I can't remember what website it was on, but it was a LGBTQ
Etc.
website thing that was having a go at Jeremy Clarkson.
Oh yeah,
because of an article that he wrote, but they used the little bit that said, no, like he was talking about transgender and non-binary stuff, and the quote that they took out of it was, back in my day, blokes dressed in women were normally found just in cheap, dirty toilets. And they had a massive article written about what an arsehole he was, but then I looked up the article that he'd actually written, saying how good it was that people can now embrace who they are without judgment.
Yeah. And they don't have to be in the...
Sadly, he
like
can't, but everyone else can.
He's still a piece of shit. Okay.
Don't get me wrong.
But he was right about one thing and he's still
But that's the problem, is that we will now look at him as a piece of shit because we disagree with him on some fundamental points, but it doesn't invalidate everything else he says.
Yeah,
it's true.
But it boggled my mind because it was like, you've just taken a quote out of a pro-LGBTQ article and demonised it on a pro-LGBTQ website.
There's almost like a desire to make everybody a bad guy.
Well, some people are just ready to be
ready
to be annoyed. It doesn't matter what you say.
It invalidates the
argument
arguments when you take it out of context, because your argument is that this is bad, but he agrees. So you're invalidated because you're going, well, I think that's bad as well, so I actually agree with him, but I hate him. And it's like, well, that makes no sense.
I think people are way, on the internet, they're way happy to look at something that they think is either going to anger them rather than something that they think they're going to learn something from. I've learned that from YouTube as well. You know, my most popular video is saying, Musician is a piece of shit, basically. Like, so many views, but then so many comments like, why don't you teach something valuable? Well, I have been, but no one's been watching those.
It's easier to... People will click on something that will annoy them more than anything else.
So and take it as the only thing.
If you want to be angry with something, I'm going to click on this and be angry about it instead of, I'm just going to spend 3 seconds on Google. No, that's bullshit. Cool.
Gonna go on with my day. Don't need to write a counter blog now.
I think that's it. People they can't just move on.
Yeah, for sure.
Everything has to be an issue. And I understand there's a lot of things that do have to be an issue, and we should talk about them, but at the same time, it's like, I don't like Mega Man. That's not a big deal. It doesn't change anything. I mean, I do like Mega Man, just putting it out there. But
what?
Oh no,
the
comments have exploded with hate.
But I don't know, it's like, really, it's a pointless thing that doesn't matter, and yet people will be so furious about someone doesn't like a thing I like. So now everything else they say is wrong. It's just stupid.
No, I agree.
I think the most annoying trend I've seen, you don't get them that much anymore, but they were, oh god, it drives me. It's a bit like that water one we were watching, and it's like, people would go, oh, you won't believe how much sugar is in Coca-Cola, for instance, right? And then it's like, okay, that's probably true, that like if you boil it, it turns into syrup, and it's like, well, because there's loads of sugar in it. That's not a secret. I mean, it's literally written on the bottle. But it gets worse when it's like, what happens when we pour Coke and milk together? Look what happens. And then all the comments are like, this is absolutely disgusting. I can't put that filth in my body. And it's like, what did you think would happen when you put milk in? Of course it curdles. But the worst one I saw was, this is what a McDonald's burger looks like when it's being digested. And they dip it in hydrochloric acid, which is like a part of your stomach acid. But not the other bits to like break it down properly. So they dip the burger in, and obviously it turns into like a black sludge, as you would imagine. And everyone's going, that's disgusting. And it's like, well, of course it's disgusting to watch a burger being melted.
Put some lettuce in there.
Do they not know that once you've eaten the burger, it literally turns into shit?
Exactly. That's my whole point.
You're not going to eat like Jamie Oliver's restaurant, have a dump, and go, oh, that looks appetising.
Try that again, but with a bag of carrots. Will it turn into a horrible black sludge? Probably, because that's what it does. It turns into poop, believe it or not. So I don't know. That's... The water one was really annoying.
The water one was the worst.
So the guy gets some electrodes, and he gets like bottled water, distilled water, tap water, and he puts electrodes in to separate the sediment out, so you can see what's actually floating in the water. And obviously there's some sort of gross stuff in there, like as you would imagine, because it's just a natural mineral shit, right? And he's like, this is why you should drink distilled water, because there's nothing in it. And then it's like, well, hang on. the whole point of what, you know, you need the like all the like hard, like heavy metals he's talking about, zinc and stuff. It's like, that's good for you. You're supposed to drink that.
Yeah.
Of course, it looks weird.
Tablets.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
These are the same people who will sit there and eat loads of supplements whilst also drinking their distilled tap water, not realising that, oh, you mean the calcium in there is good for me? No, I'll take calcium pills and drink distilled water. So, yeah, just annoying. Really frustrating.
It's people trying to make everything into a bad thing.
Everything's an issue. Yeah. Tap
you must
water.
be fearful.
Yeah, like,
fearful.
Yeah, move to a country where you can't drink the tap water, then complain about the tap water. Here, I've been drinking tap water my whole life. I'm not dead yet. It's going pretty well for me
so far. So good.
I have water in a bottle here. I'll tell you what, it's actually from the tap. I just refilled the bottle.
That bottle is actually made of plastic, and if you ingest plastic, you'll have a bad time.
To be fair, that's actually another point, is drinking out plastic bottles.
Yeah.
It contaminates the water and blah, blah, blah.
They'd say that if it's in there for too long, the bad plastic starts going in the water. So
I've seen some bad bottles
water.
of water before. Like people who just keep using the same one for years, and it's got like black sludge at the bottom.
No.
And it's like, it's bad, but it's not going to kill you.
Yeah.
Because it clearly hasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still sort of change my water bottle every month. Not because I lose it.
Yeah, exactly. Naturally, you just should. Because you should. But it's not going to kill you if you don't. It's not that big a deal. Drinking water that's been in the back of a car for a little while won't kill you.
It'll be warm.
It'll be warm.
Not
It'll
very
be
pleasant,
gross, but it's fine, you know?
That's it.
I don't know if this is a trend, but like parents and grandparents on Facebook drives me completely insane. I know it's not their fault, but Jesus Christ, it's the worst thing. Like if you put up a photo of your meal with all the hashtags, call grandma! It's like, yeah, I will, but that's enough all to do with my sandwich.
So my mum was saying, could you help me get on Facebook? I'm like,
No.
She's my mum. I don't want to see some of the stuff that I put online.
Yeah.
I'll put a miserable status up and I'll get a phone call going, are you alright? You put a sad thing? Yeah, but I put a picture of a goat saying that it was Christ. I'm not, it's Facebook.
If you're putting her online, if you're setting her up a Facebook, can you just block you?
Yes.
Right, is that what you've done?
I haven't set her up with a Facebook yet.
Is that what you're going to do?
I
just block you, it's fine, or unfollow you so she doesn't see
Just set all of your posts to just not show it to her.
Yeah.
I might do such a thing. Hi mum, if you're listening. She's probably not.
Yeah.
But I have said that before when I was talking about drugs, and I said, it's fine, my mum's never going to hear this. And then I just happened to show her an episode of the podcast where, and it was that one.
Nice.
And I feel stupid.
Just in case though, Sharon, your Patreon keeps bouncing, dude. You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to try again. I need your money. Pay your son. By which I mean me.
You've raised me. Why aren't you giving me £5 a month?
I showed my parents an episode of our show for the first time like 2 weeks ago.
Oh really?
And
wow.
I didn't think about what it was we were talking about. I think it was like a science one or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, this is totally fine. But obviously I don't sound totally the same in person to in a video.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, it sounds nothing like you, it sounds nothing like you, until the end where it's like me talking naturally.
Yeah, yeah.
I picked the one where at the end I go, oh, you gorgeous beasts. Yeah. And it's like, they're going to have no idea.
Yeah.
I felt like such a dick.
Yeah, my parents don't know what I do. It's like, what are you doing?
You don't know what you do.
True.
Just turn up and hope things happen.
It's like, where were you working today? School or the other one? The other one. Where were you? Just don't worry. I can't.
Don't worry yourself.
The time it would take to explain what a podcast is just not worth it. Let's move on.
My mum's quite tech savvy, really. But
Okay.
She just uses Facebook to make fun of me at any opportunity she can see. Correct my grammar and oh, thanks, mum. Yeah.
I'd almost prefer that, to be honest.
Yeah. Other people think it's a good thing.
Constructively taking part in your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my one. When parents don't know how to social media.
Have you seen one of my favourite Reddits? It's Indian Facebook. Because Indian people posting on Facebook are weird, man.
I'm just going to write that one down.
Yeah,
as well.
it's just odd. It's not racist, don't get me wrong. There's just a lot of people in India.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's a lot of weird people in India.
Yes, yeah.
And they just don't understand what Facebook is for. and it's just like talking to women and just going, "You're sexy, thanks. What about me?"
My mate, my mate, she used to live in Saudi Arabia, so it has
Female
on her
lady. Female lady friend.
Yeah. It has on her Facebook that she lived in Saudi, so she gets a lot of very odd friend requests.
Yeah.
From
apparently the older generation struggle with that as well. Like
Really?
if you're basically an old person on Facebook, you get a lot of military people add you and try and basically form relationships with old people who are vulnerable to that.
Yeah.
And try and get money off them. It's really
Right.
bad.
Oh yeah.
It's the same as like the Nigerian prince scams.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I can't remember where I read recently, but actually the reason those are all like grammatically all screwy is actually so that people who aren't tech savvy or particularly well educated will think, oh, I've got a nice email from this kind of person.
Yeah.
The sort of person that wouldn't give money would be the people that would pick up on the grammatical errors and the spelling weirdness.
Yeah, hate to say it, but less gullible people.
So more sceptical and go, well, I doubt it because the pound sign's at the end of the thing instead of at the beginning. Whereas, so those people just stop reading because those aren't the people.
Yes, Prince, I will send you all of my yen.
Also, how many princes are there in Nigeria?
There's a lot.
Apparently a lot.
The king was getting busy.
Not a single princess, though.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Suspicious.
Not a single princess. They're all married.
You got to think
That's nice.
they would. People must still go for it if they keep going.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you'd imagine.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But you think like they still do the
It's
whole
proven.
Nigerian prince thing, or has it become such a meme that?
There's got to be something else.
Yeah.
There's now like PPI, and you've been in an
Yeah,
accident
yeah.
recently.
Oh yeah, they're great phone calls.
Yeah.
I started getting messages on PSN, PlayStation Network, from
Porn ladies.
from girls that have no gamer score,
Yeah.
that have played no games, but seem very
Key.
interested, very keen for me to be there to only one to watch their warm-up show for free. All I need to do is give my credit card details to confirm my age.
Yeah.
It's a good deal, dude.
Like the first one, I
Bargain.
was like, is this a person that I know? What? Hang on.
Damn it, Karen!
What is this link?
Mum, that's not how PSN works.
But I was like, no, it's asking because it didn't. Because I was like when I used to do Tinder and stuff, you could work out when one's a robot because you go, my penis is the size of the moon.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
go, I'm from there as well. Come and have a look at my thing. You're a robot, and that's sad because you seemed cool, but you're not real.
That's the worst thing.
But these ones, they actually respond like, so it must be an actual person
Yeah.
doing it. So that's what sort of made me go, well, what? I will click on this link. No, it's saying that I need to give my credit card details. Oh, that's just so they verify your age. Nah, I'm cool. I've got a laptop.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's a lot of things I can watch.
porn there.
There's a lot of things I can watch for free.
Not run out yet.
but I mean, the bots are getting pretty sophisticated. Actually,
Yeah.
you get YouTube bots that
Yeah.
have whole profiles
Yeah.
that, and you think there's nothing that seems fake about them until you realise every video, awesome vid,
You know what? Yeah.
same time of day every day.
Yeah,
so
we get a lot.
We
We've got
have
a few
one
of those.
person on every video just says awesome video and it gets held for spam. I always approve it because I just
always.
think, yeah,
Yeah.
I love it's a fun bot.
I love the ones that are just like, this is some great video content on YouTube. It's
Yeah.
like,
Here's a link to
like, those things are all true.
That's going to be a pinned post.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Top review.
Creator loves this comment.
Yeah.
I love playing when I get followed on Facebook or Tumblr or whatever. I love playing porn or not porn. You've just got to go by like, when you get an email about it, just like the tiny thumbnail that's literally like the size of an actual thumbnail. That's why they're called that.
Oh my god.
Whoa!
This show is full of epiphanies.
What's the plural of epiphany? Is it epiphanies?
Epiphany?
Epiphanies.
Epiphanini.
Epiphany.
Sounds delicious.
Ham and cheese epiphany.
You know what? That just reminded me at the end of one of our videos. It's just Greg going, ham and cheese paninis?
Yeah.
Loads of Americans don't eat paninis. They don't know what they are. And so everyone was like, what the hell is a panini?
Ham and cheese panini. Oh,
Where
I
did it
never
come
had
from?
a ham and cheese panini.
Have you not?
I have had one before. It's just
Right,
that
okay.
day I really wanted one.
And didn't
I
get
really
one.
want a ham and
Get
cheese
one.
panini now.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
To the
Surely I get
panini
some-
store.
Yeah.
I reckon there is a panini store around here somewhere.
Well,
It's
there's
Norwich, there
Arno's.
must be.
Yeah, Mazzano's? They got ham and cheese panini?
Yeah. Well, they must do. They've got loads of paninis.
Swear.
If you don't have ham and cheese,
Is
if
the
they
plural?
don't, I swear to God.
Wouldn't it be panino? Plural. Like, because it's not English, is it?
no, I guess not. But
Is panini the plural and panino is a singular?
I do
I
just
don't
have to
know.
point out
Maybe
that
panini
when
is the singular.
A panini.
Yeah, panini.
panini
Are you going to get your panini out?
well, I was
Ham
gonna
and
say-
cheese panini.
I have when I was at school, a ladies' area was sometimes called a vajayjay.
yeah.
So
course,
we
yeah.
decided that the blokes one would be a panini, and then they started selling paninis in the tuck shop, and we're like, well,
It's like the
we
next-
didn't know
next
this
thing.
until.
What's a panani then?
A punani.
No, that's a punani.
yeah.
It's also a vajayjay, but it sounds more magic.
I always call
We
it a
actually-
vagina because it brings joy.
It brings people together. They join in the vagina.
The vagina.
Sounds like someone whose the first language wasn't English. Show me your vagina.
Will you join me for coffee? No! Stop asking!
I at least want a coffee and a panini before I join with you.
Join me for a punani.
So that was
No.
the most irritating social media trend.
I think oh no, I said the thumbnail, backtrack.
Oh,
You
yeah.
get the email from Tumblr or whatever that you've got to follow, so you can see like their face that big. You've got that and their username, and you've got to guess whether or not it's porn.
Mm.
And a lot of them are porn. Like, most.
That's the sort of attention I attract.
Deep investigation just to
Yeah.
make
The
sure.
way your
but-
voice went, a lot of them are poor.
They know they're all
you wouldn't believe.
You wouldn't even believe the shit I've seen.
The days I've wasted.
That's the wrong kind of porn. Man.
Oh, it always comes back to scat.
I mean, it didn't have to,
But it did.
Which of course is a scarf hat. We should have.
Yeah, just clarifying.
Yeah. Games which never lived up to their hype.
Oh, that's a big
finally, a
one.
gaming one. God damn.
I can tell you now, I've got deep regret over the No Man's Sky video we made.
Oh,
really?
No Man's Sky.
We did it before the game came out. We made a video about it, giving information on the game
For
that
the
they
hype
said it was
train.
going to fucking be.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the game they said it was going to be. It ended up being a grind fest.
Amazing that he could just sit there and literally just lie to everyone.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's amazing because it's like almost like he believes it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you think, nope. I don't know what to think.
I don't know how, like, does he believe that they released the game he said that he was releasing?
I don't know.
Nah,
But then he
you
must
must
know because they were doing showing on like Conan O'Brien,
Yeah.
and then you watch it back and it's quite obvious that he's not playing. So he must know that that is not a finished product.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing.
But everyone knows about No Man's Sky.
I mean,
It's-
I think for me personally, Diablo 3 was probably the biggest disappointment.
Yeah, I never
Because
played
it really.
I never played it before the big
Yeah.
re-release, and I didn't mind it after the re-release. But
Yeah, it
I
was
mean,
okay.
that's
It was
just
okay.
I waited 10 years for something.
Yeah.
So, and it had to be so good. You know,
Yeah.
like it has to be the best thing ever at that
Yeah.
point. But then it's because they basically ruined what made the game good, if you ask me.
Yeah.
For a start, they started making it look like World of Warcraft. And it wasn't dark at all. It was just everyone's these kind of clumsy cartoon characters. But the worst thing is that you can't do builds. You know, there's no because in Diablo 2, you've got at least 3 different ways to build each character.
Yeah.
And some will work, some
and
won't.
how many characters were there? 8, 9?
7
7?
by the end.
Yeah.
I think there was 5 to begin with, and then they added 2 more in the expansion pack.
Yeah.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like, so no matter how many characters I made, they would always end up the same. It's
Yeah.
just about how good your equipment could be, and lo and behold, you can just buy the good equipment or
Yeah.
real money thing. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, I see what's happened here.
It's weird because back then everyone argued against the whole marketplace thing, but at the same time you kind of go, well, I'm just not going to use it. But it's weird because people should have kicked up more of a fuss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can see where it's led,
Yeah.
you know.
That's
And
it.
it pissed us off, but we still bought the game.
Still
Yeah.
bought the game, and then it's like, well, I've got to commit to playing it now. I spent
Yeah.
40 quid on it, thanks
Yeah.
Blizzard. And that's it. But I think that was it was really a disaster. I mean, I played it loads as well. I've got like 4 level 70 characters or whatever.
Yeah.
I've got the expansion and all this stuff. But it's alright if you like grinding. But the one you want to play, if you really want a Diablo, like the next Diablo, is
Yeah.
Path of Exile.
Yeah.
which is totally free.
I've heard good
on
things
Steam.
about that.
It's really good. They just released an expansion pack that makes 10. There's now 10 acts. In
There
it.
used to be 5.
There used to be 5, and now it's totally free as well.
Yeah.
The only thing you can buy is
Cosmetics.
like cosmetic upgrades,
Sure, yeah.
which normally, again, they kind of annoy me in like a Blizzard game.
Yeah.
That you like, it's only cosmetic, but it's still what it represents, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But for this, the game's free. All the money goes to the developers, and it makes no difference to your stats or anything like that. You just
Yeah.
get cool wings or
You
whatever.
can, the only upgrades you can buy which are like beneficial paid for upgrades you can get with in-game currency, like a bigger stash. You can buy a bigger stash, but you can also just grind, get the gold, and then buy it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah.
that there's arguments against that
Well,
as well.
especially,
But
because the game is free, it's acceptable.
Yeah.
That's what I think,
Yeah,
because
sure.
that's how they're making the money.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the product is a quality, finished product that is totally free. You don't
And
have to give them any money. if you
even
don't
then,
want.
the stash upgrade is not, it's a benefit, obviously, but it's not really that
It's
necessary.
not a game
yeah.
changer,
Yeah.
not especially if you're like a casual player.
Yeah, exactly. If you really want to just play a Diablo game,
Oh my
you
God,
can just get
honestly,
it, play it, and have
I
fun.
would so highly recommend it. It's very unforgiving though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in the way that Diablo was, that you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
kind of get towards the end of the game and realise, oh, my character's too shit and I can't do it. I'm just going to have to start again. And it just punishes you like that. But
For me, it was it's a game no one's played called Se3ep3 4. It was
You're right.
the fourth game in a series, best series of RPGs I've ever played.
yeah, they are amazing.
And then the third one never came out here, but I still played it, and it was
Okay.
great. Well, it was okay. At the time, it was great. The fourth one, though, it went from here's a really good, deep story with loads of really unique and interesting characters to let's just sit on a boat for 3 hours and then get into a fight every 2 seconds. And you have to travel across the whole world on this slow boat, and it's just the most boring game.
Wow.
And none of the characters are interesting. They're all voice acted by terrible voice actors.
And really, that was like the selling point of the first two in particular, is that there's like 180 characters or something, and they're all quite like unique personalities, and it's all about getting them all and
forming an army.
Pokemon.
And, yeah.
But
But it was
yeah,
like, it was just, here's some cool characters. Look, this one's a blacksmith, and he is a blacksmith, so he
Yeah.
attacks like a blacksmith, all
Yeah.
that sort of stuff. And then this one's just, oh, look, it's a sword fighter. It's another guy with a bloody sword. And then they tried to like include lore from the previous ones, but completely cocked it up, so now the lore makes no sense. And then they released a fifth one, which was really good. No one bought it, so they didn't make a sixth. Because the fourth one was so bad it
Yeah,
killed the
yeah.
series. Awful. And it's my all-time favorite series. The second game is legitimately the best game
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
ever played.
I have 3.
all right.
If one of them is Fallout 4, I can take that one for you.
No.
Okay. Carry on.
A couple of personal. Well, in fact, they're all personal because they're mine. So, yeah. Assassin's Creed 3.
Which one was the third?
You know
one?
what? I kind of enjoyed it.
One of the poorest.
It's not a
Oh,
good,
the
it's
poo
not
one,
good,
okay.
but I enjoyed it because of the time when I got it.
The combat style I liked because
Yeah.
it fixed. The progression of the combat got better and better and better. But I don't know, maybe if you had to be American, so you cared about the people.
I didn't care about the main character. What
I
was his
didn't
name?
care about Desmond.
Desmond.
I didn't care about Connor.
That's it.
I was like, what's.
The fourth one's good, though.
Is it
The
the
fourth one is amazing,
Yeah.
but the third one I spent most of my time going, I just need to finish this because
Yeah.
I want to play the next. Everything's blown up.
Yeah.
What was the point of that?
Yeah, the whole game is actually pointless in the story as well.
Yeah,
It
you
doesn't-
could have
I
just
hate that.
released
That's
like
such a middle
a
finger
30-minute,
Yeah.
like a 30-second video of. Yeah, they found a thing and now it's gone. We're just sort of retconning, but all that stuff did happen. But yeah, you've just spent like 40 quid and several hours of your time to be disappointed, and none of it really mattered that much.
Yeah.
But don't worry, there will be a sequel.
But this
So
is-
there will be a sequel,
This
and the
was-
sequel was amazing.
Yeah.
This is because this was at the time when Assassin's Creed wasn't the Assassin's Creed that it is now
Yeah.
as well. Like, Assassin's Creed 2 is a great game,
Oh yeah.
and then they released 3 and it was an okay game,
Yeah.
and then it went downhill.
Because they're
4
just
was
churning
good,
them out. Just mostly because of the pirate mechanic.
and
where
because
you
pirates are really cool.
sail around.
Yeah.
and
If
shoot
you want to
other
be an
ships.
assassin, you can do that. If not, fuck about and be a pirate, mate.
Yeah.
It is funny how they now feel the need to wedge ships into every
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Just like it was very specifically about pirates, and you think, okay, cool, Black Flag, pirates, I get it. And then the next one, it's like,
Hey guys, remember when?
The most recent one, it's like, ooh, you're in Egypt, ancient Egypt. By the way, you can also get a boat. It's like, what? Who cares about the boat?
But even the third one actually had that problem because it was like,
that's what I want.
You want to drive around in a pyramid.
in the third one, they had boats. They had boats, but it was like you do the whole land thing and then go off and do a mission on the boat and then go back.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like, oh, you can go around on your boat.
Yeah.
It's literally just, I'm going to do a boat mission. That was fun. Now I will stop doing the boat thing.
Now I'm running into trees and getting annoyed that I can't jump to this particular branch.
Yeah.
Oops, I didn't skin that rabbit. Guess I'm dead now.
Ubisoft actually invited me to the press event where they announced Assassin's Creed 3.
Cool.
And they showed some really cool stuff. They have like a trailer that they put together.
It looked really cool.
Yeah, but this was like, this is what we want it to look like. So everyone reported on it and went, dude, Assassin's Creed 3 is going to be dank.
Yeah.
And then it came out and everyone went, half of the stuff from that trailer isn't in it.
The Watch Dogs scenario, basically. So Aliens, Colonial Marines is the most famous for that, isn't it?
Watch Dogs, though, I don't like saying it, I enjoyed Watch Dogs.
It's not a terrible game.
It's not a bad game, and it's like, I get why people hate it, and full on, totally agree, everything they did is bad, but it was an okay game if you just ignored all of that.
Right, yeah.
If you pretend you weren't lied to.
Yeah, exactly. I know it sounds weird, but you kind of, when you criticize media, you have to criticize it in its own right with games and stuff. Like, totally criticize the publisher, the game developers and everything, but if a game is fun, it is fun.
Yeah.
And it's like, Watch Dogs got a lot of flack for elements that, the story's crap, the graphics are not as good as they said they were going to be, but it's just a GTA clone, and GTA's fun, so it's a fun clone of GTA.
Yeah, fair.
And I never played the second one because I was kind of hurt too much.
I played it for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
To be fair, it does look like the trailers for the first game did.
Yeah.
So they made it in the end.
Eventually.
Yeah. 80 quid down, but we got it. And I thought it was all right, and then I stopped playing it, and then I played it again.
Because other games come up which are better.
Probably got about 5 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
I really want to do a series. Can we do another YouTube series about why I never finished X?
Yes, we were going to do
And
that.
at what point do you stop?
Yeah.
Yeah, we started writing a couple
Especially,
of those, I think.
Yeah.
Two of them are on the next on my list of my little 3 things.
Bloody hell.
Mass Effect Andromeda,
Yeah.
through no fault of its
Played
own,
it.
because it had a trilogy to live up to
Yeah.
instead of just one game. And you're like, oh look, there's a conversation with Liara. Cool.
Yeah.
Could we have not had that and just have a different Asari talk about it so we can really step away from the original trilogy
Yeah,
like
make
you were
it its
planning
own
on?
thing. Yeah.
Like, I don't like this. This isn't the Normandy. I want Mordin. And I sort of did about 4 or 5 hours of it. I went,
It's just not worth it.
There's something else over here, and I looked forward to that game for so long since it was released. I followed it on Twitter.
Yeah.
I was getting really excited. I bought it the day it came out, and then I played it for a while and then stopped.
We recorded like the first 2 hours, didn't we?
Yes, where very little happens.
Very little.
We're on a ship over here. Our sister is not awake. Good.
Yeah. So we recorded so much of nothing, and then like I said, okay, we'll come back another day. We'll carry on recording, and then you were just like, I don't want to. I don't want to.
I don't fancy it. I've still got it, and I will play it at some point.
Yeah.
But and the other one,
Yeah.
I love the Jack and Daxter series.
Sure.
Jack and Daxter Precursor Legacy. Great, fun,
Yeah.
hop around, collect stuff. Jack 2. Wow, this went dark quick.
Yeah.
The main character that was a lovely, fun, almost Crash Bandicoot-esque guy gets tortured for 2 years in the first 5 minutes.
Wow.
Sweet.
Jack 3.
That's how time works.
Yeah.
It had a 2 years later.
Gotcha.
Jack 3. We saved the city in Jack 2, but they're still going to throw us into the desert to die. Jack X, the racing game, had a plot.
I didn't even know that was a.
I didn't know that existed.
Instead of just having instead of it being like Mario Kart, so
Or
it's
like
just
Crash Team
those.
Racing.
Yeah, instead of just those characters in
Plot,
cars,
doesn't it?
it has a full plot that's canon with the games and up to scratch with all the games, and is amazing. Then Naughty Dog sold to Sucker Punch, and Sucker Punch.
Was there?
Did they Sucker Punch it?
Sucker Punch released Jack and Daxter Lost Frontier.
Right.
There was a PSP game as well, right?
Oh, Daxter. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
But
I remember playing that.
Lost
that was fun.
Frontier changed the format, didn't reference any of the other games, probably because they couldn't, changed the voice actors, changed the spritey, modelly thing, and just rammed a massive cock down things that I loved.
Wow.
And I was like, wait, why do I want to build a plane? Why is there planes? There are hover cars in the last few games. There are street racers. Why am I building this shitty Connect style bullshit plane for some guy that's never been? There were recurring villains in the last one. What is this?
It was
fancy pants knob face.
This is a theme,
ruining my fun.
It's a theme that went on for so long because you look at Banjo-Kazooie, same thing.
It's exactly that.
Yeah. I don't know what happened in the games industry to make everyone go, well, fuck it, we won't make fun games.
It's just a cash grab, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, this is really popular and it's got loads of good games. We can make any old shit and put the name on it.
We'll just take someone else's game and stick them in it.
It took me ages when I found out it was released, because I didn't know it had been released for years afterwards, and I tracked it down on PS2 and I paid like twice the amount that it would have cost new.
Yeah.
Super excited, yes, another Jak and Daxter game. What?
Yeah.
Why the? Where's the setting that happened through all the what? Why the? Who's this fucking what? No. So I haven't played that. I've still got it because I spent a lot of money on it.
Gotta keep. Yeah.
So I will have that.
Now.
This is the worst game that I own.
Your children are going to inherit it.
You will inherit both the shame and potential money.
It's worse when you're like properly emotionally invested in a game and then it takes a big old shit on you.
Yeah, it was not good. It made me sad. So that's why I needed to just get that out there.
That's been pent up for a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, and in 6 months I'll complain about it again.
Good. I'm glad. I look forward to it.
Now, you were about to shit on Fallout 4.
I did like Fallout 4. I still will occasionally play Fallout 4, but same as your guys' ones, it just wasn't quite the game that was promised.
Yeah.
And the bit, it's really petty of me, but like the bit that really annoys me is like you do actually have to load in between buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
That was one of the very exciting things that Todd Howard said. No load screens. Like, right, you are no load screens.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember Tony Hawk's American Wasteland? That was their big selling point.
Oh yeah.
And the no loading screens was just there's no loading screens, but there's really long corridors.
Yeah. I remember modding Oblivion so that there was no load screens. That's why you just got to get all these things on PC.
Yeah,
you can
did
just
the same
mod
with
them.
Skyrim as well.
Yeah, just open it and it makes so much more sense when there's no load screens. It's like, oh yeah, lovely.
It's an open world.
An open world.
Actually an open world.
Wow.
But we just mentioned Banjo-Kazooie. There are no load screens there.
Yeah, well, cartridges, right?
See, why cartridges?
Yeah, true.
Let's
go back to
cartridges, but like
bigger.
Well, it's weird because
give
Nintendo
them a
did
spit
that,
and polish.
obviously, with the Switch, right? They're all cartridges, but massive loading screens.
Yeah.
Like, I get it, because it's got to load all of it into the RAM, it's got to do all of the transfers and
yeah.
everything else, but at the same time, you just think, we've improved the read and write speed of cartridge-based things like SD cards. It's not literally the speed it used to be.
Yeah.
Because things were so compressed, so small, Banjo-Kazooie could just do that and play.
Yeah.
You know? And I miss those days.
But it's kind of why they all look like garbage as well.
Yeah. Well, of course, I'm not defending like they are. Games are significantly bigger and
look
better.
like garbage. It's the edges. That's the thing that gives it away. The edges. Everyone looks like I don't know. Someone came at them with a dinosaur.
And we've come full circle.
I think possibly the other thing that ruined Fallout 4 for me a little bit was like the launch day 24-hour live stream. So I played Fallout 4 for 24 hours and then not for a very long time.
Yeah.
Because I just massively underestimated the stress that would cause.
In
retrospect, it's like, obviously it's going to be
Lots
stressful,
of people,
but no.
because it was 4 of us doing it. And
It was supposed to be 4 of us.
It was supposed to be 4 of us, and then we'd like take shifts so people could have naps.
Yeah.
Me, for some reason, I'd spent up 24 hours the day before.
Oh, genius move.
I just couldn't sleep, and I was going, I need to sleep now because I'm not sleeping tomorrow. I need to sleep now because I'm not sleeping tomorrow.
That's not
I need
a
to
way
sleep
to
now
get to
because I'm
sleep.
not sleeping today.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, we had that when we did a live stream of 24 hours of Sonic 06. I couldn't sleep the night
Oh,
before.
why would you do that to yourself?
Yeah, that's a good question.
We finished the game.
I was going to say, is there 24 hours of Sonic 06?
Literally, we completed it in 23 and a half hours.
Yeah.
The rest was
Wow.
crying.
Yeah,
To be
it's
fair,
so
12 hours
difficult.
of that was sitting on loading screens. But
No, I think
Yeah,
we're the
yeah.
only people who've actually done a full run of the game end to end.
yeah, in one
Because
sitting.
what was it? The Game Grumps tried it, and
They
then
never even finished
they
it.
got too frustrated and couldn't finish
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And I don't blame them.
Yeah.
Because it's a poorly made game.
Yeah, the end is the worst bit. And we thought it would be the easiest bit.
Mm.
But you have to do like effectively 6 mini levels.
And they're all speed runs.
Yeah, speed running
Yeah.
6 mini levels, and if you fail one of them, you
Go
start
back
from the
to the
beginning.
start.
Yeah.
And then there's
Jesus.
loading screens between all of them. And
Yeah.
there's 5 loading screens on one sodding bit of the game, and it's the worst. And there's that famous box bit, but we just ignored all of the side missions.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
side missions are pointless, especially in a Sonic game.
Yeah.
Why? Why are there creepy humans everywhere? That's I don't. Why? So many questions.
Because she
for
wants
Sega.
to fuck a hedgehog.
Yeah, it's heavily implied.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, they just love each other as friends. Is that what they make out at the end?
Mm.
but I think that's the problem when you do like live streams, and a lot of people don't realise the prep and the
Oh, yeah.
mental stability.
Mm.
You watch people like Game Grumps do live streams or whatever, or even just their normal show, and you just think, oh, they're just having fun.
Yeah.
And
Nah.
of course, playing games is supposed to be fun, and they are having fun. But
Yeah.
there's a point when it actually does get to you.
yeah,
When
yeah.
you're that tired and that pissed off, and
Especially
you're-
with super frustrating games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, it gets so like, oh.
or if you're passionate about it, like Fallout 4. Like when that came out, I was really angry. I didn't stream it, but I was just sitting there and I was like, I really wanted to enjoy this.
Yeah.
I legit
Yeah.
was waiting for this.
Yeah, yeah.
So hyped after the trailer, so
Yeah,
hyped
yeah.
after
Oh,
everything else.
God, yeah, when it was announced, that
Yeah.
was
Yeah, exactly.
that was the most exciting. There was like Christmas, but like 4 months worth of Christmas.
The only
If
thing that
ever
they
even
missed
finished it.
was the co-op that I wanted.
Yeah. As soon as they have any Elder Scrolls game, but with co-op,
Yeah.
just
And not online.
you almost immediately have the
Yeah.
best game ever.
Yeah.
Like Elder Scrolls Online is.
It's okay.
I did remember
It's
going,
kind of
new
cool.
Elder Scrolls game!
Oh, it's an MMO.
Oh, it's,
Yeah.
it's not then, okay.
The most frustrating thing about it is that you go like, again, Path of Exile. They've done it right.
Mm.
They use instances, so
Okay.
you have hub worlds that you
Right.
walk around in like a town, and there are people there, and you can trade, blah blah blah. But when you leave, it's only you and your party in a spawned map.
Ah, genius.
So why not
Yeah.
do that? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't see any reason you can't do that.
Yeah.
Especially if you're Bethesda. Do you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
so much money, and you don't even finish your games before you release them. So
And
you
then
must
you
have a
release
bunch
them
of
6
money left
times.
over. Yeah, and then you release them 6 times, and it's like all you'd have to do is make Skyrim essentially, and then have instances. But
Yeah.
how it is right now is like, oh, you go into a dungeon, and I'm gonna kill the boss. Let's kill the bosses all together. We'll all run down, and then there's already about 15 people in a queue essentially,
Yeah.
waiting to kill the boss. Sit there, wait for it to respawn, and then they run in. It's like completely immersion breaking.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
For an RPG, you think like
Especially
like
that
at
level
least
of RPG.
World of Warcraft had the raids, right? So
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
you go in, even if it's a massive party, there is one boss,
Yeah.
and you don't sit there and wait for it to respawn all the time. It's
Yeah.
really bizarre. I thought it was a terrible choice on their part.
But I have a friend who's really into it.
Yeah.
She's got a guild, she's really into the whole guild thing, but I don't know, it's not for me. I'm
Yeah,
not really
fair.
an MMO fan though.
Nah.
I used to play quite a lot of Warcraft, but it was actually the multiplayer aspect of it that really put me off.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just like, I
Yeah,
actually
that's
don't
the
want to
thing.
be in a guild. I just kind of want to dick around and look at trees that talk to me.
We really got into Guild
That's so
Wars.
much.
Yeah.
Guild Wars 2 was ace.
Yeah.
But the problem with Guild Wars 2 is that it's really good if you've got a load of friends playing it with you
Mm.
and you do everything you can to ignore other people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But sometimes you just screw with them. Because
Yeah.
why not? Get naked in town and dance and try and build a giant dance party. Like that's Guild Wars to me.
Yeah, you can't really do that in real life.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you can, but you get in trouble.
Yeah.
Right.
Not that I've ever done such a thing.
Before we hear too much about Ben's weekends, I should probably end the episode. Oh crap, it's Saturday.
Yeah, it is.
Any second now.
Well, it was nice seeing you guys.
How are the prisons in Norwich? Are they alright?
Well, now there's a cafe that's
Yes.
run by prisoners.
Oh really? Cool.
That's better than the one in Cambridge.
That's just a bad
where there's a
cafe.
prison
Well, no,
like
it's a
cafe.
prison lid.
Oh right, I see what you mean.
Just check out the reviews on Google first.
They put me in the cellar and I thought, why is the curtain falling down? Oh, I'm supposed to sleep under that. Oh.
You know, I was looking at the Google reviews of like various buildings and stuff, and there was one for like a slaughterhouse. Right. And you just think all of the reviews go, God, it's really horrible. They kill animals, all blah 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 blah. Like obviously loads of really vegans and vegetarians. And I'm fine with people preaching it. It's fine.
Yeah.
But of course, there's not going to be a positive review on a bloody slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
No one's going to
I
go
had a
there and
lovely
say,
time.
really pleasant. You know, the
I
crowd
like the
was
gift
great.
shop at the abattoir.
Yeah.
I died instantly.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
It's like reviews for prisons.
Yeah.
There are reviews on prisons on
Really?
Google Maps. Yeah, it's really
Genius.
weird. You just think, just disable reviews on those sorts of places.
Yeah. Because what's the
Or
point?
surely
Yeah.
you'd want negative reviews on prisons to discourage
Yeah.
people from going there.
Oh, I better not go there.
TripAdvisor could be law enforcement
That
if
would
they
be great.
put
Can we
it
swap
together.
TripAdvisor bad reviews of hotels for prisons and just see if it syncs up?
Oh, that would
They
be
did-
really
Yeah.
fun.
Did you,
Soup arrived cold.
You could have that as a
Only
segment. Is it a prison review or is it a hotel
Yes.
review? Is it a travel?
Oh, that's a genius idea.
They did someone did a thing on TripAdvisor. They made their shed, which didn't exist, the #1 hotspot in London to go and eat.
Oh, amazing.
And they had they made their own website, but it would be pictures of the food, but it'd just be like a really close up of someone's foot with an egg on it. Or like a sponge in paint with some like sawdust.
Yeah.
And they just made it into the #1 hotspot in London. It
Perfect.
didn't even
Has it
exist.
been?
Great.
No.
And you don't know if it was good or bad.
It doesn't exist. I want to go
That's
and
my
have
point.
foot egg.
That didn't stop you starting a zoo, dude. You can't.
But
One
It's
rule
just
for
how
you.
to
Mine's-
basics house.
mine's-
Yeah. The one guy kicking a chicken.
Really pleasant.
Yeah. 10 out of 10. Needs more chicken.
Already booked my Christmas meal.
Guys, this was amazing.
Yeah, no, it's been fun.
Yeah, thanks so much for making time for us. Really appreciate
Yeah, no
it.
problem.
What's like? Probably YouTube is the easiest place to find what you guys do.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, we're on Twitter and everything
Twitter
else.
and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube, DidYouKnowGaming.
Did
Just
you know
watch.
gaming?
Or,
Watch all of the
or
stuff.
Spry's resource for me, but
Yeah.
it's just me, because I'm really cool.
Nice plug. That was the conversation hat money. Money?
George, money.
What I was gonna say, this will probably stay in. What I was gonna say is, it was conversation hat. Now an advert to give us money.
I see.
I'm just
Now this is the
bypassing.
conversation hat money.
There's another conversation now. Money now,
It's
please.
subliminal messaging.
Let's just end with like a till noise.
Money, ka-ching,
Cha-ching.
bye.
Conversation.